Hey guys, how's it going? It's Molly. I am here today to chat about my February favorites. There were quite a few products that I was absolutely loving this past month. I don't know. Like some months it's slim pickings. January was that way. But man, there's other months where things are just clicking and I'm having a great time. And that was what my experience was for February. But before we get into that, let me introduce myself. To those of you who are new here, the algorithm is pumping my videos out a little bit more than it may be used to. So I am Molly, as I said, and I am a busy mother of two, and makeup is self-care. So that's what we're doing here. I love talking about it, playing with it, wearing it, buying it. I really have a great time with makeup. I thoroughly enjoy it. So that is what I'm doing here. I'm going to chat with you guys about some of the products that I thoroughly enjoyed. Okay, the first product that I want to talk about is this foundation. This is the Milani Screen Queen foundation. I chose this for my Shop My Stash, and I said in that video that it's a product that people either loved or hated, and I liked it. So it's kind of right in the middle. I couldn't remember. It had been a while since I had tried it. And truthfully, I think I had only worn it maybe a handful of times. But I have worn it nearly every day for the past 3 weeks. Typically with my Shop My Stashes, I do those every 2 weeks, but this past month has been kind of nuts. So it's actually been 3 weeks. But this is so good. It's considered a natural finish foundation, and I completely agree with that. My skin looks like skin, and I like that. It is a medium coverage. I think it's medium coverage. That's how I would classify this. Your skin I'm wearing it today. It just looks so nice. And it doesn't migrate. It doesn't, I don't know. Sometimes, especially if something's not like full coverage matte, it can kind of move around on your face. It can settle into lines and look just not so hot by the end of the day. I don't experience that with this. Yes, obviously after 8 hours of wear, it's not at the same level as it was when you first put it on, but it fades throughout the day in such a nice, natural way. And I thoroughly appreciate that. As far as the claim of like protecting skin against blue light, I don't know. That seems like a bunch of hocus pocus to me, but I also haven't looked into the science behind the claims, right? Like it could be legitimate. I'm just skeptical on that. So that's probably unfair. This is also a dang near perfect shade match for my skin tone. It doesn't oxidize. Some foundation lines are just so yellow based. This is not this is a true neutral foundation, and I really appreciate it. So this is a huge favorite. Love it. Okay, next, let's go with concealer, because I guess we're just doing our base first. I purchased this, I don't remember if it was December or January, but it was in one of my haul videos. Spoiler alert I'll be doing like an update on those, but spoiler alert, this is incredible. I should probably tell you what it is, right? It is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage. This is not a new product. This has been raved about. People have hyped this up. Tati loved this product. God only knows where she is these days. And I have to say, it is 100% worth the hype. It is so good. Honestly, this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer was my holy grail concealer. I loved the crap out of this thing. And I don't know if it's just because it's a little bit older now, but it doesn't seem, I don't know, man. I don't love it like I loved it. I love this. I love this. This is very good. The one drawback is the scent. It does, in my trying on haul video, when I tried this on camera, my first impressions, I don't know what I called it. I was a little kind of taken aback by the smell, because it's a strong scent and it doesn't necessarily fade, but it's not like pungent or rancid. It's a floral musky sort of scent. It doesn't really bother me. And the finish that this gives my under eyes is 100% worth having to smell a little bit of like white musk. That's kind of what the scent is, white musk. I could be wrong. I don't know. I suck at describing fragrance. But it is high coverage. It brightens really well. It makes it look like I don't have an infant who is not sleeping through the night anymore. It's good. It is very, very good. Next, bronzer. Bronzer would be my next step in my makeup routine. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkissed. I also chose this for my most recent Shop My Stash. This is a beautiful shade for my skin tone. It's what I have on today. Like, it's not overdone. It's a really nice, like, wintertime bronzer. Like, I'm not trying to fool anybody. I'm not trying to be like, I've gone tanning, because I'm not. You know, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, that in the winter, I don't want to look super sun-kissed, because I feel like that looks kind of weird in the winter, because I live in Nebraska and I'm not sun-kissed. I am indoors a lot. But these are great. They blend beautifully. They don't fade throughout the day. They don't get like patchy or muddy or weird on the cheeks. They're good. So, and I think they're $6. Hello. Okay, Natasha Denona Love Palette. I feel kind of weird including this because I didn't use it a ton, but that's only because I have so many other things that I was trying to focus on. But I did pick this for my first Shop My Stash of the month of February, and I love this. I love this a lot. This size palette is so perfect. I wish that she would do away with the large palettes and just do this. Because realistically, yes, the pan sizes are smaller, but like, are you going to go through it? Probably not. So, I wish that she would just what I really want her to do is to repackage the gold palette into a midi size so that I can justify buying it. Because I'm having a hard time with a $129 hurdle in my head. $65 though, I'm all about it. But that is a made up thing. That's not going to happen. She's not going to do that. Let's talk about this. Natasha Denona's formula is phenomenal. Okay. I never thought that I would be someone to buy her formula because it is expensive, but dare I say it's worth it? The mattes are blendable. The shimmers are gorgeous. They're foiled and beautiful and very impactful. And this cream to powder formula, these two shades here, they're great. They blend out really nicely. There's so many shades in here that you can do a one and done look with. If you are into that, you can get anything from a soft romantic look to a full on like vampy, I don't know, red look. So it's good. It's very versatile. One of the things that people didn't like about the bronze palette was that it was all the same. This is not that. This you can get a wide variety of looks with, and I love it. So, okay. Sorry. So that is that one. Now, this is the next palette that I want to talk about. This, and I feel kind of bad because it's limited edition and I don't think it's probably available anymore. But if you can find it and you don't already have it and you're curious what I think about it, let me just tell you, this is beautiful. I did not give this palette the credit it deserved. I will admit, when I first got it, I was like, I don't like it. I didn't like it. I felt like the mattes were hard to blend. I don't know why they're not. I really don't know why. I don't know if I was going in too soon after putting my primer on. This was years ago. This was like when I first started my channel. I think one of my first videos I ever filmed was with was with this. I don't know that I ever posted it, but yeah. Anyway, these mattes work great. They're blendable. They're really pretty. Today I have Bloom as my transition shade. And then I deepened it up a little bit with birch, which you wouldn't think birch would really deepen it up. So maybe it's not deepening, it's just kind of changing it slightly. I don't know. I've got Noir on my outer like lash line. And then Rose Quartz, this shade right here. This shade right here. Let's just hang on. Let me tell you about these shimmers. Let me tell you about my favorites. Oh man. Oh, and then I've got Pearl on my inner corner. So today I've got, this is Rose Quartz and this is Pearl. So these two shades, ignore the middle finger. Those two shades together, God, that's awkward. I've got those. I've got, oh, I'm doing awkward swatching. I've used teak, I've used cinder, I've used steampunk. Every single shimmer in this palette performs beautifully. Like it is, can you see it? I don't know. It's so good though, seriously. They're gorgeous. I will tell you, you will get some glitter fallout. It's going to happen. Do your eyes first. It's not a big deal. You're going to be fine. Or use a glitter glue. That would work also. It is so good. If you can find it, get it. I know that they just brought it back for holiday this past year. I have no idea if it's still available, but oh, it is very good. The only shade in here that I haven't used because I'm intimidated by it is Slate, but that's because grays freak me out. So, okay, the next product is also an eyeshadow palette. BH Sweet Shop Pistachio. Okay, hold up. This is so pretty. These shimmers, the top row is all shimmers. I cannot imagine that there's a single person watching this who has not seen this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, once again with the awkward swatches, how can you see that? You can't see that. Let me redo this. Boom, there they are. Look at those, look at those. They're so pretty. I've used every single one of these on my eyelids this month, and I will tell you that it is beautiful. I paired this with one of the palettes that I have in my Shop My Stash, the ABH Jackie Aina palette, because honestly, the one thing that I don't care for is these three matte shades. Well, mainly these two matte shades. Just because I'm not super into pastels. I did do a really pretty look where I use this as my transition shade, and then I think I used like a combo of these these three shimmers, and it was really pretty. I went over to my parents' house for lunch that day, and my dad looked at me like I was from Mars, but he's used to it. But I don't even know what to say. It takes my words away, leaves me speechless. That's the phrase. This matte, it's just this beautiful like dark green. This is great. This is great to deepen up the outer V, to use as a liner, however you want to use it. Like I said, these shimmers pair beautifully with like warmer brown mattes. Yes, please. It's great. It is absolutely great. Okay, and then the final products. I'm down to the last three. This is the Rare Beauty Cream Blush. Is that? Oh, it's called it's a melting blush, I think is what she calls it. Stay Vulnerable. I don't remember, but this is the shade Nearly Neutral. This is really nice. These, I just use a normal blush brush. Yeah, I said that right. And it does go on very sheer at first, but it builds up on itself really nicely. It blends out great. It wears all day. It's a really beautiful shade. I feel like blushes are something that Rare Beauty does very well. I haven't tried any of their other things. I did recently purchase their foundation. I was going to do like a Beauty Guru's favorites video where I tried some Beauty Guru's favorites. And that was somebody's, I can't remember who. But yeah, the shade finder on Sephora is a joke because the shade that it told me to get is, I don't think I've ever been that tan in my entire life to make the shade work. But anyways, I digress. This This is very, very good. Highly recommend it. All right, then I also have this Jouer. It's Jouer. I always want to say Jouer. That's not it. Jouer. This is a mini blush bouquet, so it's available in the mini section of Sephora. And this is in the shade Rose Gold. So you may know that they have several blush bouquets that are much larger than this, but these are like full-size blushes, so I don't know. I love these. I'm wearing this shade right here today as my blush. It looks like it might be kind of intense, but it's not. It's really wearable. It's very nice. These blend out gorgeously. They don't get muddy. They don't get weird. They're just phenomenal. And truly, I have to place a Sephora order this month to get some more facial cleanser. And I am having a very hard time telling myself not to get one of the big ones because I really love them. So these are good. These are very good. And, you know, mini sizes are awesome. Okay, and then the last thing is this Dr. Pawpaw multi-purpose soothing balm with natural pawpaw. This is in the shade Rich Mocha, I think. And it is for lips, cheeks, cosmetic finishing with a hint of tint. A hint of tint. I love this. I have not used it on my cheeks. I feel like it would be very sticky. I don't know. That seems crazy. But that's it right there. It's just, it's got a hint of tint, and it's a very, very comfortable balm. And I definitely need that right now because it is dry and it's actually getting a lot better. Today it's like 70 degrees outside. We're in spring now. We were just in like the dead of winter and now it's spring. So, yeah, it's very good. Honestly, I have not been wearing a lot of lip products, masks, I don't know. So typically I'm reaching for a balm most of the time, and it's very comfortable, and my mask doesn't stick to it. It doesn't get weird. It's not goopy. I really, really like it. All right, you guys, that is it for my February favorites. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.